Let's draw mecha.
It's time for another Go-Go Mock Rocket Sheep.
Hello and welcome to the Mecha edition of Go-Go Mock Rocket Sheep. If you don't know what a mecha is, it is one of these little dudes. Technically, these are called Gundams, but anyway. They're cool Japanese robots. Woo! And our easy mode today is going to be, we're going to draw our own version of this, which is a kind of like a chibi, super deformed style mecha. And then medium mode is this. And then hard mode is a messy marker drawing using these cool new markers that I just got. They're alcohol based, which means that they should blend. So you can draw one color and then draw another color over it. And they should blend nicely together. Although these are a $5 version, so they're not very expensive, but should be fun. Let's go.
Easy mode. So for easy mode, I thought it would be fun to do like a chibi, super deformed style mecha, which is where it's really cute. The head is huge and the body is small, and it's fun. So we start with 2 circles, 1 circle, and 2 circles. So this top one is going to be the head, and then this bottom one is going to be the body. So let's take this bottom circle, we're going to take this into a rectangle to here, and then we're going to put 2 circles here. These are going to be the feet. Then the shoulders come up like this, and then out like this. Circle. Circle. Nice. Then, so the nice thing about this drawing kind of a super deformed style is you can work on getting the details on the helmet, which is honestly sometimes what makes them all look so cool. And very often they're based on like, what are they called? Samurai helmets. So anyway, we're going to go like this. We're going to draw a V that goes like this, and then a little line down, and then a little line in, and then a line down, and then a line back. This is kind of more of a Greek style helmet. And then what we're going to do is add a rectangle on the side here. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, then we're going to draw a little panel up like this. Bring it over. And we're going to draw 1, 2, 3 upward V's. I'm going to draw a little kind of, I'm not sure what the shape would be. It's like kind of a squishy rectangle. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to add a little lip here. Build that up a bit. Then we're going to put a big thin rectangle right on the front. And then kind of, I guess this would be a 5-sided sort of shape here. Nice. Then we're going to draw boop, 1 line, boop, 2 lines, and then kind of bring it out, turn it into 3D. Boop. There we go. And then have this go a little higher, and then have the helmet crease come down. Nice. That's looking pretty cool. Maybe a little bump on the side of the rectangle, and then some lines at the side. Nice. So that's kind of looking pretty cool. Okay, now we got to work on the shoulders. So the shoulder shape is already there. Just do the same on both sides, where it comes out at an angle and then down at an angle, and then straight down, and then comes across. Nice. Let's add a little sort of a circle, like a little flap kind of there. And then we'll add an interior. And maybe this is a decal, a decal, however you pronounce it. Add kind of whatever design you want here. Let's do, of course, a rocket sheep. Nice. Okay. Let's start with the feet. So draw a flat line, turn that into a little rectangle, bring it back like that, maybe a little jut up like so, and then we're going to turn these into kind of like little 3D triangles like so. Nice. Okay. Then we have the waist panel. We'll do that next. So we're gonna make a big not sure which, I gotta figure out which this shape is called. A 5-sided shape. Not a square, not a hexagon. I guess that'd be a pentagon. Pentagon? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Penta. So we draw a pentagram there, and then we're gonna draw little square panels on each side like that, and then we make those 3D, and then we can make an internal pentagram there and draw that insignia or something there again. Okay. Draw a rectangle. Have the legs. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Now we need to draw the chest. So the chest is going to be a square, a big rectangle, sorry. And then it comes like that. And this part we can just shade like so. This is looking a little messy. Hopefully you can follow along. I'm going to put a little square here, a little square here, a little circle inside. Nice. Then we're gonna do let me just think. We have to add something here to make it look cool. So let's add a circle. And let's put a circle around that circle. And then some lines like that. That's looking pretty neat. Okay, so for the hands, we can either go super detailed or we can do super not detailed. I'm opting for super not detailed. So let's put it big. So we have this little rectangle already coming down. Let's put a rectangle over it. Like that. That's not really a rectangle. Rectangle comes to a point, comes down. Do the same thing on this side. This is kind of like a glove kind of a thing. And then go brip, brip, brip. So thumb, thumb. Okay. And then we can add details. So that is our easy mode mecha. I apologize. This is probably the most complicated easy mode that I've ever tried to do, but you know what? I really like drawing robots and it's fun. So yeah, the chibi easy mode, basically chibi is the head is huge and the body is small. You can either do 2 circles, so 1 circle for the head, 1 for the body, or 3 circles. 1 for the head, 1 for the torso, and 1 for the legs. There is my chibi style mecha. I got very, very, very carried away on this one. Medium mode. For medium mode, I want to draw a full-size one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is draw a stick man in a cool pose. We're going to draw with a really little head. So here's our tiny head. And then here's the body, and it's bent over, and then here's the and really long legs. Nice. Okay, then the shoulders Right like this. That head is too big. Smaller head. Like this big. Using the wrong tool. Gah! There we go. Head like that size. There we go. Then an arm. And he's gonna have, this robot's gonna have some sort of a tool, maybe a big hammer. I don't know why a hammer. Why not? Okay, so we have our stickman kind of a thing going on. Nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add chunky sections to all of this. So we're gonna add a box here, and a box here, and a box here, oops, on the forearms. And then we're gonna do little kind of circles where the limbs attach. Circles in the knee. Nice. Okay. Then we're gonna do a big old box over the shoulders. Box over the shoulders. And this head is still too big. We need to make it smaller. Head. Like so. Okay. Add a box here. Nice. Okay. Add some big chunky feet, which are kind of like triangles. So like a triangle like this. Triangle. Bring it in. And then like this. Triangle. Like so. Then in between the two things here, we're gonna add tubes. So we've added chunky shapes and then tubes on top. Okay, then we're gonna make this sort of a box like that, and then the head, which is the right size but in the wrong place. The head needs to go right here, like that. And then we'll just add quickly sort of that little piece, and then here's the eyes, and then we'll add the details later. So here we have the hand and another hand. We're just adding fingers. So maybe the handle comes like this, comes like this. Just looking like that. Okay. And then we have our hammer. Okay. So now we have kind of a skeleton sketch of what our mecha is going to look like. So now we just add more details, things like more geometric shapes. So like on these like calves, for example, I will add kind of like a big chunky part on each side, and maybe it flares at the back like that. And then for the shoes, or the feet, add some chunky shapes to it. And I'm just kind of sketching it up here, making it look more and more complicated. The shoulder, come like this. Make that 3D. Make this one 3D as well. I liked what we did on the other one where there was a circle thing in the middle of the chest. So I'm going to add that. Kind of adding some definitions here. Then we add in the... Oh, I guess we had, what was it? Oh, what was the name of the shape? Pentagram. There we go. Add a pentagram in here. Front armor plate. Side armor plate here. Nice. Maybe add some parts like that. Now, you'll see. I just took a simple stick man. I'm just adding more and more things to make it
more and more complicated to make it look kind of cool. I haven't even put like rocket boosters or anything on the back yet. So, you know, you're like, how is that a rocket booster? Well, right now it's just sort of a rectangle, but when I go to ink it, or maybe I'll add a few more details to it before, when you ink it, you're keeping the things that you want to keep. You're getting rid of things you don't want to keep. But you can also like add details and make it more, you know, complex and complicated and look cool. This hammer needs some work. Should make it look like a sort of a sci-fi-ish hammer. That's where it goes through. Maybe it's got a rocket booster on one side of it. That'd be a kind of a crazy hammer. All right, so as you can see, one more time I got a little carried away because I really like drawing robots. With mecha especially, like all the little details that you add just make it look that much cooler. One more thing to keep in mind is that if you have the capability of outlining in a fixed width, it actually will make it look a lot better when you go to color it. Fixed width being like, you know, if you have an ultrafine Sharpie or that kind of a thing. I made the brush smaller, so it kind of looks a little fixed width, but there's still, it's just kind of my style to have variation in the line width. All right, I want to pause the time lapse for a moment here and just show you a thing about shading. I don't love shading. I like to do like flats in my colors and just kind of like leave them like that. But shading can add like a special level of, you know, makes it look cool. So I want to show you a way of kind of cheater shading. Right here is our source of light. Back here. Back here. Okay, so that's like the rocket. That's where light is shooting out of. So what we're going to do is kind of imagine light emanating from this light source, hitting our figure. And then what we're going to do is the parts of it that are kind of shaded where the light doesn't hit. For example, like this side of stuff, we're going to shade, and the stuff that isn't, we will just leave. And maybe we'll even add some highlights. So now pay attention to this part of the time lapse because you'll see that that's essentially what I'm doing. So when I shade, of course, I'm drawing digitally, and so it's quite easy to shade. You just start a new layer. You block out the areas that you want to be darker. You block them out in black or purple or a dark color, and then you can simply lower the layer opacity over top of your color, which makes the colors darker, or you can pick a different blend mode. So for example, if I were using a different color, like a dark purple or something like that, I might choose multiply, and it would make it look real cool. Okay, so as you can see, we have our medium mode mecha all colored up and shaded. As you can see, the shading adds quite a bit, as does this highlight, which makes it look, so without the highlight and the shading, you know, it looks okay, but with the shading and the highlight, it just adds a little bit more action and life to it, right? So that's pretty cool. Medium mode. Hard mode. Pretty happy with how this, the marker aspects of this one turned out. The drawing itself is a little wonky because I kind of did it fast because I wanted to get to the markers. But let this be a lesson to everybody. If you want your drawing to look good, make sure you spend the right amount of time on the sketches. Extra credit! Thank you for doing the extra credit last week. Extra credit this week is very simple. Draw anything and then shade it using that method that I kind of hinted at, the cheater method, where you just pick a point where the sun is coming from or the light is coming from, and then you shade everything kind of away from that.
Art you sent in!
Thanks to everybody who sent in their art last week. If you'd like to send me your art this week, just send it to gogomockrocketcheap@gmail.com, or you can tag me in social media and I'll put it in next week's video. Thanks again so much, and we'll see y'all next time.